There we go. All right, welcome everyone to the 66th virtual networking circuit event for VETS2INDUSTRY. And today before we get started, I just want to share a few little things. First, tell you about VETS2INDUSTRry for anyone if this is your first time or you don't know that much, so you'll be familiar with what we do. But basically, VETS2INDUSTRry was founded in 2019. The founder and a dedicated group of volunteers built the organization to what it is today. Last year, we were able to get funding, hire a few full-time employees, and since being able to do that, we've stepped up the services that we're able to offer. So not only are we able to offer this networking event every month, sometimes twice a month, we also were able to develop a careers team that assists with resumes, anything associated with the job search. We assist you with that. We were able to support the virtual mentoring platform called Post Veterati. That'll be out soon. The beta is in use right now, and the customized platform is almost ready. So you'll be able to sign up with that and have your on-demand type mentorships whenever you want to. We also have a business listings page for veteran-owned businesses and our spouse-owned businesses. That is a free listing. That's our way of saying thank you for your service and also to help you give you a free way to get your business offerings out to our whole community, a network of veterans and spouses. We also have a digital engagement department that specializes in gaming. So we're on Discord and we're popping up on those other gaming channels to make another way for veterans who not necessarily want to come to these types of events or in-person events, but we know there's a whole lot of veterans and spouses who like to game. So we're meeting you there as well. And I'm going to post in the chat all of the ways that you can access all of the things that I talked about. So you can go back, and also we'll send out the recording of today's event along with the chat, so you can see anything you missed that anybody put in the chat with some helpful information. I know David is going to share a lot of stuff in there because he always does. Also, before I introduce our amazing speaker, I am going to share some of these codes that you can use for our breakout sessions. So when we break out today, and we'll only have one breakout session because it's a shorter networking event, but you'll be in there it'll be a mixed room. So to help identify who you are and what you need, we ask that you change your name and put one, well, don't take out your name, just put one of these codes up here. I will post it in the chat. And that way the room facilitators can better facilitate and make sure that the room goes smooth for you. And to change that, all you gotta do is go to your picture. You'll see those three dots on the right-hand side of your screen. Select rename, and then that's how you can put one of those indicators in front of your name. And I just posted it in the chat for you. So now what you've all been waiting for, our amazing speaker, Kim Archer from our wonderful, wonderful partner, Rapid Ascent. She is going to share more about that organization, the programs that they offer in cybersecurity and the tech world. She is a wealth of information and also a wonderful human being. So I'm going to turn it over to her to share more information.
Well, thank you so much, Carmen. I appreciate that. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Well, thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate that. And thank you for having me on. So for any of you who are interested in getting into cybersecurity or learning a little bit more about cybersecurity, that's what Rapid Ascent does. So give me a second here, and I'm going to pull up a slideshow for you. So I am a veteran and a military spouse, and I do a lot of work in the community, primarily in Colorado Springs. I'm the ambassador for Mount Carmel Veterans Service Center, as well as Veterans Beer Club. And I think that it's really, really important to network in your community because, you know, a lot of employers would rather hire somebody who they know as opposed to a resume. So getting out there, building your network and, and helping your community really makes a huge difference when you are seeking employment. So I just brought my screen up. Is everybody able to see it okay?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So Rapid Ascent is what we call apprentice style training. And what that means is that everything we do is hands-on. And that's really important because once you start getting out there and interviewing with organizations, they want to know that you know how to do the job. Unfortunately, there's a lot of organizations and they teach you how to pass an exam and you get a list of certifications. And then, the hope is that they're going to train you the first year. But the reality is, if you can't get through that interview, if you don't know how to do that job, a lot of times it's really difficult to get the job in the first place. So we have really taken a different route and we want to teach you how to do that job. So Rapid Ascent was built in collaboration with Boeing and several other employment partners. And um, and the reason we did that is because we want to make sure that the information we are teaching is current information that's out there that is being used within cybersecurity now. So there's no fluff, it's non-academic, which means that you aren't learning the theoretical aspect of things. It's not death by PowerPoint. A lot of you may be very familiar with that. It's real instructors who are actively working in the cybersecurity community. In fact, one of our evening part-time instructors, he's actually the lead threat hunter for the Army. And one of our full-time day instructors, he's the trainer of trainers for CompTIA, which is one of the large certifying organizations for certifications. And so it's all job simulated, and everything that you learn and do in the training counts as real world experience that you can actually put on your resume. So that's really helpful when you start interviewing with organizations. Now, for some of you who may be considering cybersecurity, but you're not quite sure if it's something that you really want to do, the last thing that I want is for you to start a program and it not be right for you. So we've actually created this Jumpstart Cybersecurity Pre-Training, which actually I am not on. So there we go. So Jumpstart Cybersecurity Pre-Training is open to anybody who wants to find out if cybersecurity is right for them. It's about 6 to 8 hours of training, and we cover how IT and cybersecurity. Oh, sorry, let me back up. We cover the basic terminology of IT and cybersecurity, how critical language and math apply to cybersecurity, and then we do a computer systems and networking section, and then there's also an interview prep section. So you don't have to do the whole 6 to 8 hours in one sitting. There are different modules that you would work yourself through, but this is a really great start for those of you who just maybe considering it just to see if it's on the right track. And all you do is to access that, you go to rapidascent.com. You're going to click on the Get Started button and create a profile. And then once you do that, you can actually log into your account and under the My Training tab, be able to access that. Now, any of you can access it. Your children can access it. Family can access it. It's open to anybody just to see if cyber is a right track for you. So within our organization, let's say you do the Jumpstart, you decide that it's right for you. Then you want to do some training. We have a 17-week full-time day program or a 23-week part-time evening program. So we make it very easy and we're very flexible for anyone. It's also for anybody who may be active duty, it's a skill bridge program. So we're DoD skill bridge approved, and we try to make it accessible for anybody. You do receive a certification. So you'll receive that baseline, that CompTIA Security Plus certification voucher. It's the baseline cert to make you marketable in cyber. Primarily, if you already have that, then your CYSA would be presented to you. If you have both of those already, then we talk about a different certification. But our goal is to make sure that you have one additional certification than what you already have. And then the best part about the program is it counts as college credit. So you get 30 college credits toward a cybersecurity degree, and they are transferable credits as well. They're transferable credits. So, if you want to switch colleges, then you can utilize that at a different organization as well. And if you do have any questions, feel free to speak up. Um, the program is about 4.5 months of post 9/11 GI benefits or VRE, and also vet tech. Once that comes back, that could be an option. Now, we're big on scholarships because we want to make sure that if you have the aptitude for cyber, but you don't have the ability to be able to do the training, we want to be able to offer that option for you. In fact, our current cohort, we have 12 scholarship winners in this cohort, which is huge. So, if that is something that you're interested in, you want to apply for the scholarship option, then I encourage you to take part in that as well. All right. So we did have a class that just started on Monday, but our classes are every 3 months. So October, January, April, etc. And we have a full-time day and part-time evening. So you can see the dates here. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to skip. Okay. So if you're interested in the full-time day program, it's Monday through Friday. And based off of your time zone, you can kind of see what that looks like here. Now, the instructor-led portion, that is where you have the live instructor, you're interacting with them, you're interacting with your classmates. You have a coaching session. These are coaches, are prior students who've are now working with us, and they're able to help our students get through the program, understand the projects that they're doing, and be able to be successful that way. And then the self-directed portion, the nice part about this program is it works for entry level, intermediate level, as well as some advanced. And the reason it works is because the live instruction portion, we cover foundations, operations, then securing the enterprise, which everybody goes through. But when you do your labs, that is separated by skill. So level 1 through level 3, based off of your skill level, you'll be completing projects that simulate tasks you'll actually do on the job. So you're going to cover some threat hunting, risk assessment, network security, incident response, and SOC engineering. And since you're touching on all those different areas, you're really going to find out which area of cyber works best for you. And then that's when the last month of training, you do a capstone and you do that deep dive into that specific area. Because really with cyber, you don't know what you're going to like until you've actually done a little bit of it. So we want to touch on all those different areas. Now, if you were interested in the evening training, a lot of people, maybe they work a full-time day and then they can do that part-time evening session. It's just Monday through Thursday. And you can see there's just a chunk of the live instruction portion and then the labs. Now, our part-time evening also has access to the career services, which I'm going to talk about in just a little bit. But first, you can kind of see a breakdown of what you're going to learn each month. So the very first month, Journey 1, is that's where you're working on the foundations. You're learning Linux and Windows operating systems. You do a little bit of STIGs, Active Directory. And then the second month, you're going to move into operations. This is where you start to build that secure operating center. You're going to manage vulnerabilities, do some patching, work on some threats, do some incident response. And then the third month, you're going to start to secure that enterprise. This is where you're going to conduct some scenario analysis. For those of you who maybe you're still active duty and you maybe perhaps did cybersecurity in the past, you worked all on the military side of cyber, but this is more of the corporate side. So now you're going to work on the corporate and get those skills that you need within that area. You're going to perform some code scanning, test some deployments, and then that final month, that's where you're going to dive into that area of cyber that you're most interested in. So another really fantastic part about our program is if you were doing training with us or you know somebody who's interested in some cybersecurity training, we don't just stop at teaching you cyber. We want to make sure that you're successful. So every single week, our career service director is Sunny. She's also a veteran. She works with our students weekly. The first week, she helps you get a mentor. Then you are doing the 30-second elevator pitch, negotiating funds, getting referrals, um, mock interviews, all that stuff to prep you for employment within cybersecurity. And then she also meets with our students on one-on-one basis to help them with their resumes. Perhaps they found a job that they're interested in and they just need assistance with their resume. She's fantastic at that. So she helps them. And our students have been very successful because of that. So let's talk a little bit about money. How much do you get paid, as a cybersecurity analyst or an ISO, more entry level, intermediate level in the cybersecurity industry? So at the bottom of this bell curve here, about 50,000, you're looking at somebody who doesn't have a, military background, who, doesn't have a clearance. They just did our training. And by the way, these numbers are based off of candidates who have gone through our training already. And so, maybe they're doing a help desk position in the private sector, typically about 50,000, 40, 50,000. At the top of the bell curve, these are people who maybe have a secret security clearance, don't have prior background in cyber, but have gone through our program, done some training. So you're going to see an average of about 80,000. Now, I just pulled some stats a couple weeks ago. The average military person who has gone through our program, regardless of clearance or not, the average pay for them is about 92,000. And then at the top end of our scale here, you see about 30,000, 130,000. These are individuals who maybe were prior Intel analyst, SATCOM, did something IT, cybersecurity in the military, and then they have a higher level clearance like a TSSCI. They do our training, so we're seeing that they're getting in the 130, 140 range. So that's pretty typical for that. So if anybody is interested or wants some more information, perhaps you want the slideshow, I'm happy to send it to you. Just send me a message in my email account, karcher@rapidascent.io. I can send you this presentation. But if you want to just do the jump start, just kind of see where you are, just follow these steps, you go to rapidascent.com, click on the Get Started button. I always do a one-on-one with everybody because I want to make sure that one, it's right for you. I want to find out what your goals are so that I can kind of walk you through everything and make sure that you're getting out of it what you want. And then that Jumpstart Cybersecurity pre-training, we have all of our students do that before they're ready to go, just to make sure that it is indeed what they want. In fact, this last cohort, we had a gentleman come through who, he hadn't completed it. And then I told the instructors, I said, please make sure everybody completes it within that first week. He completed it and he came back and he said, you know what, I did the Jumpstart. And he's like, this really is not right for me. Cyber is not where I want to be. And so we were easily able to transition him out and get him where he needed to be. So our goal is to make sure that everybody's taken care of. They're on the track that they need to be on for their career and their future, whether it's us or somebody else, one of our partners or a completely different industry. We want to make sure that we're there to be able to help you all. And that's our primary goal. So that's all I have for you today. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I encourage you all to connect with me on LinkedIn, whether you want to do our training or not, or maybe you need some mentorship. I do offer mentoring. I do a lot of TAPS panels. I help transitioning military with resources and things like that. So I'm happy to do that for all of you as well. Please connect with me, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you so much, Kim. Now, does anyone have any questions for her?
And I'll
Feel
try to
free
get
to
through all these chats as well.
All right.
Adam, you have a question?
Oh no, I was just apologizing for the litany of conversation I was having over there with a couple people.
No worries. And also, yeah, Adam, I see that you're a PMP. So PMP within the cybersecurity industry is a really great route to go. I don't know if you've ever considered that for those of you who other candidates who look have their PMP certifications, but you couple that with the Security Plus, that opens a lot of doors for you. Um, and it's a great industry, even if you just have a little bit of interest in cyber and you want to run projects within the cyber industry, that's a really great track to go.
And that's kind of where I'm leaning towards. I'm working on my PMP certification with Onward to Opportunity. So hopefully next month, because unemployed, I got nothing but time to study. So
Yeah, Onward to Opportunity is a really great nonprofit. They're the nonprofit side of Syracuse University, and they offer HR certification. So you get one free certification. If you're still active duty, then your spouse can also get a free certification through them. So HR, project management, and cybersecurity. So take advantage of that. Another great resource for you to look at if you want a certification is Act Now Education. They're a fantastic resource as well. You'll have to do a Saturday orientation with them, but a gentleman named Jay Salters runs that organization. They have an awesome resource database. And if you're looking for employment, they have an awesome like employment database as well. So definitely reach out to those two resources. Any questions about my program or anything else? I have a lot of knowledge in a lot of different areas. Yeah, Laura.
Oh, yes. I was trying to see if I missed it or not. I think the question is, what is the price for the program, and is the different avenues of GI Bill and stuff available for it?
Yeah, so it's 4.5 months of GI Bill. If you have at least a 10% disability rating, then you can utilize VR&E funds. We try every single resource we can so you don't have to pay out of pocket. It is a $18,000 program, so that's why the one-on-one is really important because I want to try to find what other resources we have to help you pay for the program. So you're not spending anything out of pocket. Of course, the scholarship, 25, 50, 75, and 100% scholarships. And so what we ask for that is that you complete the Jumpstart pre-training and then you do an essay about your financial need and your passion for cybersecurity. And then, of course, vet tech, hopefully that should be coming back soon. That could be another option as well. Student loans are an option. Our partner college is City University of Seattle. And so you get an undergraduate certificate in cybersecurity through them for doing the program as well. Any other questions for me? I know I covered a lot of information really fast. I have a question for you all. Now, are you all, I see some PMPs. Are most of you guys interested in cyber or are you just on in general for networking?
Both.
Okay, great.
Networking and cyber, both.
Okay. Um,
Yeah,
so
actually, I did have a question for you, Kim.
yeah, go ahead, Evan.
Thank you. I think my question is that I've considered doing cybersecurity before, and I thought about a program similar to this when I got out of the army, around 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't end up doing it, but I was wondering if you had any maybe advice. I don't even know. I'm someone who likes solving problems, but I've always viewed myself as more of a word person. But I guess any advice to someone who thinks they could do it, but maybe hasn't decided to yet?
First, I would recommend doing the jump start. That's going to help you understand if you want to get into cyber. And then if you sounds like you're in an analytical mindset, you like writing and things like that, perhaps pen testing would be good for you. Might be a good route.
Pen testing?
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh,
I know there's
I'm
a
not too sure. I'm not too sure what that is actually.
okay. Well, I would recommend utilizing ChatGPT because that can help you dive into deep. I don't do cyber myself. I work on the people side. I know kind of an overview of cyber.
Oh, you're
But
like
I
myself
know,
then.
yeah, Possibly, yeah. So I'm more of like a resource HR type person. I've been working in cyber since 2015, but I've never actually touched cyber.
That's really cool. I'm actually gonna add all these people on LinkedIn that we have up here. Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you for answering the question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of have a question myself. I just finished an RMF boot camp through Fusion Cyber. Would that's kind of on the same um, level as your weekly course that you all are offering? Was curious, since I've had the basics through the Fusion Cyber, would I still be able to do the one-on-one to try and look for certification?
Kim, we can't hear you.
Your mic is really low. You might have to change your audio input settings on the bottom left. It's really low. Maybe if there's a wire, you might have to make sure that it's connected all the way. It sounds like a mouse, basically.
Yeah, she was slowly fading out, so it sounds like a setting issue.
Has that changed anything?
It was a little bit better. 2 out of 10 now.
While
It
we're
was 10 out
waiting,
of 10.
while we're waiting for Kim to come back, Adam shared a little bit what pen testing is. Can you share more for Evan?
I mean, I've never done it as a career. I just got my certified ethical hacker certificate, and they did a lot of training in that. So basically, as a pen tester, you would be the person a company would hire to test certain parts of their system to try to break into it. And if you can break into it, then you provide them some kind of report showing how you did it, where the vulnerabilities are, so they know how to fix their own systems. Um, it's a fun
That does sound interesting. Yeah.
it's a fun job, but there's, from what I understand, there's a lot of traveling to it because if say with me in North Carolina, I might get picked up on a contract to go to California for 3 months to pen test some random company. So you got to be willing to travel a little bit for it.
I
If
mean,
you're
I
trying
love
to do something
traveling,
on site.
so that sounds fun to me.
Go for it. EC Council does the Certified Ethical Hacker program. It's not too labor intensive, but you learn a lot of cool stuff. Like I bought this little guy right here, this little
EC
Flipper
Council.
Zero. Yeah, I
Okay.
bought the Flipper Zero after doing the EC Council just because it's a little hacker tool that you can get to just get yourself familiarized of how some of these pen testing tools work.
That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I went to the website. I'm gonna check this out.
Thank you for sharing that. And Kim, Ramsey said, how do we collaborate to get your program to our rural communities? Oh man, we still can't hear you.
It's still really low in volume. If you go to your audio settings, you might be able to increase your output volume, or sorry, input volume. Evan, along with that, so pen testing or penetration testing, there are different types of penetration testing. I know, like 3 or 4 VET2INDUSTRYs ago, someone had mentioned that one of their jobs was to penetration test, but it was more of a physical aspect. So there's like the digital part where you can sometimes you have to be on site because that's how their network is set up, or that's the type of penetration testing you want to conduct.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can do it remotely where you can really just VPN into their network. Well, there's also like on-site penetration testing where people will see, if you can, what is it called? When you're following someone behind a man trap and hey, open the door for me. I have a bunch of boxes. There's those types of things where it's like physical security where to hop over a wall or to see if a camera can catch you or something like that. It's there's a
Yeah.
lot of different things. In my mind, if you're really good with words and typing and articulating on paper,
Yes.
I
Yeah,
think
that's my thing.
cyber threat intelligence is a really cool field of specialty in cyber that I have always been interested in. And cyber threat intelligence is almost like your intelligence analyst in the military and the government, but for cybersecurity, where you're looking up advanced persistent threats and different parts of cybersecurity or IT that you can write reports on, or if a threat actor like Russia, Iran, China, or something is developing, or their technologies are developing, you can publish those reports and you share it around the community, or you share it to your environment, and then your environment is supposed to respond by increasing their security protocols and from what you've researched and found.
It's fast. Thank you for sharing that, Aaron. That is fascinating that you chose to say that because the reason I'm here is that I've spent the past 10 years in the military and the intelligence community, and I'm an expert in China and not really Russia, more China and Middle East. The reason I'm here is I'm trying to translate that knowledge into anything outside of cleared work.
That's awesome. That's good to know. Let's talk afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I can hear you, but it's still very low.
If anyone has any additional questions, just post them in the chat, and we'll get Kim to answer them, and we'll send them via email when we send our video out. So, because we still can't hear you, Kim.
So I was saying for somebody that loves words and they want to do cybersecurity, GRC.
Oh yeah. Thanks, David.
GRC is going to be a good place for you for governance because you got to write a lot of words.
GRC.
Can you write?
Yeah.
Can you outline what that is, David, so that he knows?
So-
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
With the governance, basically you go through the change processes, how they do their security and everything like that, to where there's a guidelines, right? And you're looking at how the company is going to operate in a secure environment in some of the manners, some of the areas with that. So you would go through, check and look and see how we do our processes for change requests or for the knowledge management, how it's stored. So all those things you go through, and then you create processes or you audit it and make sure everything is being done as it's supposed to. So it's definitely you like words, it's a good place. And it's actually a pretty
I like words and I like complexity. So that does sound good.
Area to get into without a ton of experience.
That is encouraging because I think it seems that stepping my foot into the cybersecurity, something in the technological realm would be useful for my general career. And so that is good to hear that this might be a good first step.
Merle, you have your hand up. You have some share? Can't hear you.
Oh, she's still so quiet.
Hold on.
Why is our audio is messing with us today, y'all? But we're gonna be great anyway.
Let us get too powerful. That's why.
You can post it in the chat, Merle.
Can you hear me now?
A little better.
Can you hear me now? All
Just
right. Yeah. Well, I'll put it in the chat.
we can hear you better.
Okay, yeah, I just got back from travel, so I'm still setting up my work laptop. But I put a lot of links in the chat. Please save them. If you're brand new to cyber, do a lot of research, right? You know your skill set, right? I understand people are saying pen test and GRC. Get to know what that is, right? Because there's a lot of work that goes into some of these positions. And you can also use ChatGPT or any AI and write out your skills, right? Type out your skill set and ask, like, what cybersecurity positions will my skill set transition to? right? So those are just some things that you can use to help you do more research on what positions you want in cybersecurity. Did y'all hear that?
I did, yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Merle. And can you put your contact information in the chat? Merle is also an expert, so you definitely want her on your list of people to know if you are entering into this industry. Any other questions or comments? Like I said, Kimberly is, I'm sorry, I keep calling her Kim. Sorry, Kim. She's having trouble with her headset. So if you have any questions for her, just post them in the chat and we'll get them answered for you and send them with our recap email. And so next, before we get to a good part of this event, which is the networking and hearing from our recruiters in the breakout room, I want to share a little bit of information about our sponsor, Signal Health Group. So I'm going to share a quick video for you, and then we'll get started with our next segment, which is hearing from our recruiters with any open positions. So give me just a few seconds to pull that up for you.
Hey everybody, my name is Joel Stewart. I'm the Director of Franchise Development for Signal Health Group, and today I want to take just a few minutes to tell you who Signal Health Group is and our awesome veteran program. The first thing to know about Signal Health Group is we are multiple business models under one business umbrella. The main things we're going to talk about are non-medical personal care, medical home health, and medical hospice. We do have a wellness program, but it's currently being fine-tuned and tweaked, so you'll just have that to look forward to in the future. When we're talking about non-medical personal care services, these are the little things that we can do on a daily basis to help a senior have a higher quality of life. This could be light housekeeping, it could be cooking a meal, it could be watering the plants, doing the dishes, feeding the dog, all these things that we take for granted. And if we are able to help a senior with these little things, they'd be able to have a high quality of life in the comfort of their own home. When you get into the medical home health services, this is where you're talking about medical home care as well as a lot of skilled services like wound care or post-surgical care, all the different types of rehab, all the different types of therapies. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of stuff you can do with a medical home care license. When you're talking about hospice, you're talking about the last 6 months of somebody's life estimated by a doctor, and this is helping them be as comfortable as possible. If you decide to build all three of these lead flows or all three of these different businesses, you get a lead flow that goes from non-medical to medical to hospice because all of these businesses use the same client. They are very different businesses. Home health is very different than hospice, and hospice is very different than non-medical personal care. They have different regulating bodies. They have different policies and rules you have to follow, but they all do have the same client. And so when you start by building a non-medical personal care business first, which is what we recommend, that building that business is building your medical businesses because those clients are going to be future clients for your other business lines. So when you look about why we're different, how we're different, the medical upgrade options definitely stand front and center in that. There aren't very many franchises out there that do anything with medical. And when you build your non-medical business first, the way we have it set up, and then expand into medical, that gives you a great strategic advantage from internal referrals, where the success of your business isn't based on clients other people send you. We also focus on a lot of different revenue streams. And when talking about non-medical, we're definitely talking about more than just private pay. We try to get you into Medicaid, we get you into the VA, and we do our best to get you into the VA. And then on the medical side, you can get into Medicare as well as other insurance carriers. On the VA front, we do try to get you contracted directly, but until you're able to get contracted directly, we do have our own direct service provider contract in all 50 states so that you can take clients in non-medical, medical, and hospice and get paid for them through the VA. I think the last and probably one of the most important differentiators is that we focus on letting you build your business. So we support you in every way that we know how, from your policies to your training. But it really is your business. We don't have a lot of requirements on you. There's not a required minimum number of hours to spend in the business. And I think one of the biggest things, we don't have a minimum royalty. And so if we aren't able to build a successful business with you, we're not going to get ongoing royalty payments from that business. A lot of franchises nowadays are not built like that. They have minimum royalties, and whether or not they make you successful or they're able to help you be successful, they're going to get paid. And if you're not able to build a successful business, you're going to be paying them out of your own pocket. We don't do that. We feel strongly that if we can't help you build a successful business, we shouldn't get paid. To kind of double down on that, we have 3 different options for veterans to help get started in senior care. Our main flagship program is the non-medical program, where we will 100% finance the franchise fee for veterans. And when I say that, we're not going to get paid unless you're successful, that goes under this. The goal of it is to help you get started and for you to pay us back through business revenue, even for the franchise fee. The second option is for you to 75% finance all franchise fees. This could be for getting into medical or for future expansion. We want to try to lower the barrier for you to expand your business into the different business lines. We also have a third program, if you don't want the financing, where we will include a non-medical franchise license with your medical purchase. That's a direct discount of $29,500 off of buying them both separately. When we're talking about financing, I'm talking about the best financing terms you could I suppose you could imagine something better if you had to, but they are really good, and you're not going to find something better in the franchise space today. It's a 3-year payback cycle. It's 12 months of no payments, then 1/3 of what you owe in year 2, and 2/3 of what you owe in year 3, so that you can pay back what you owe through your business income. There's actually an extra 3 months of no payments at the beginning as well for you to go through training. And so it's actually 15 months of no payments, all at 0% interest. And again, the goal is for you to be able to open your business, get it up and running, and pay us back through your business income. When it comes to training, we give very comprehensive training, 6 weeks of online, a week of in-person training with 2 days in person at your location when you launch your business. In the background during all of this, especially during the 6 weeks, we're going to be putting your policies together, and we are going to be filing for your state licensing. Ideally, that's going to be done by the time you attend in-person training. Next steps is to contact me, Joel Stewart. You can email me, joels@signalhg.com, or you can directly schedule a meeting with me, calendly.com/SHG-JoelS for Joel Stewart. Thank you very much for listening to me for a few minutes, and I hope to have a conversation with you soon.
All right, and we'll post this information in the chat. So if you want to reach out for more information, you can do that. So now to the good part, which is hearing from our recruiters. But first, I will turn it over to our next moderator, our interim president, Eddie Dunn, so he can lead us in the next segment.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Carmen. So good to be here, and we've got some really great employees here today. We're going to get right into it. But before I do that, thank you, Carmen, for introducing me. I am the new interim president for this wonderful organization, VETS2INDUSTRY. I've been here, Carmen, almost 4 months now. So it's just, it's been about 4 months. I've learned a lot. This is a massive organization in terms of its capability. And you're looking at the quarterback who does it all behind the scenes. So major props. The more I learn about Carmen and how she does things, the more my head spins around in awe of how she does it all the time. So thank you, Carmen. A little bit about myself, 30 seconds, right? I've been in the military talent space for the last 15 years. I've built some really strong, amazing, world-class veteran employment programs with JP Morgan in the Veteran Jobs Mission, with United Health Group, most recently in building out their Skill Bridge program, if you're familiar with them, and I've done a number of other things in the space. So now I'm on with Vets to Industry. We're doing some pretty extraordinary things. Some of you might have seen a couple or been on a couple of them where we've had these things called these industry verticals. One around shipbuilding was a webinar series around maritime and shipbuilding, which was pretty cool. And we had one a little bit before that with broadband. So stay tuned. We have other industry verticals starting to come online, and we have really significant opportunities. With that said, I'm seeing some really good activity in the chat here. Who would like to go first? Maybe Robert from Hyundai. Maybe you'd want to step up first there, Robert.
Hey, good afternoon. My name's Robert. I work for Hyundai Motor America out in California. I dropped my information in the chat. I will drop it again before I leave. But once it's about time, I have to get on the road because I have a 4-hour drive ahead of me, so I won't be answering any emails till later on tonight. But what I do is I help veterans, spouses, and dependents find jobs with Hyundai nationwide. Depending on what you're looking for, we have everything from dealership opportunities to corporate opportunities. Corporate opportunities can be IT, finance, cybersecurity, but we also have an aviation drone program. We have multiple manufacturing facilities. So depending on what you're looking for, you can kind of work in multiple cities and states. For example, I work in Fountain Valley, California. They have positions currently available in New Jersey. I saw some in Atlanta last night. But then our Hyundai Glovis location has jobs pretty much across the United States. At the dealership level, you can get a job as a automotive technician, consultant, parts, service, or a service advisor, so to speak. Now, remember, dealerships not only have mechanics and salespeople, but they also have IT, finance, that kind of stuff. So if you're looking to network or get into that industry, I can help you that way. If you want help just networking, period, I can email you a 70-page document of contacts to other companies. So if you wanted to network with like a Lockheed Martin, a NASA, SpaceX, I will send you that information too. Like I said, I'm not going to be emailing anybody till tonight, till I get to my hotel, but feel free to reach out. That contact or QR code I dumped in there will get an email straight to me through Microsoft Teams. Thank you.
I just want to just emphasize this. A lot of people know Robert really well. He will follow through. He is a road warrior, so give him a little bit of time. And he has been a stalwart, a veteran himself, has been in the space a while, knows what he's talking about. If he can help you, he will definitely help you. So appreciate you, Robert. Thank you for coming online. Other recruiters out there who'd like to go next?
I can go next. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it, Aaron.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm Aaron Pham. The last time you saw me was several months ago. I was actually a career seeker at that point. I was at the time a subject matter expert in cybersecurity and monitoring and analysis. Now I'm a branch director for network operations. So I'm here today from representing Southern Mississippi or the Gulf Coast. A lot of people don't think you have like a stereotype of every state. Maybe Mississippi is full of alligators or swamps and stuff like that. But I'll tell you right now, it's beautiful here. It's very beautiful here. But I am a director at NAVOceano, or the Naval Oceanographic Office at the Stennis Space Center in Mississippi. That's a NASA site. It's just out of a city called Picayune. And what we do there is there's a lot of on site at Stennis or NASA. There's NASA, Homeland Security, USCIS, which is the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. There's the Naval Special Warfare boat teams. There's Rocketdyne Aerojet, Rolls-Royce. There's a lot of companies over there working at that NASA site. It's a tight-knit and like mission-driven STEM or science, technology, engineering, and mathematics community, and we're focused on defense. At the Naval Oceanographic Office, where I'm coming from, we support data collection of Navy operations, climate research, global military readiness, and things like that. My team maintains the secure networks because I'm the network operations director. We do communications, ComSec, if you know anybody that does KMI or ComSec, or network administration, system administration, things like that, IT, help desk type responsibilities. We're looking for people like that. Right now, and I'm also a federal agency. Right now, we're under a hiring freeze, but my goal today is to try and collect some resumes and build a pipeline of people that are interested so I can build that roadway to whenever we have that hiring freeze exempted, or whenever we pass the hiring freeze, I can hopefully hire you on, and you can join the team and join us down here in the Gulf Coast. So if you have any questions or anything like that, we do have some GS7, 9, 11, and 12 positions available for after the hiring freeze is over, to hire for network administration and ComSec personnel.
Aaron, did you drop your contact information in the chat?
I did, and I'll do it again.
Yeah, probably just refresh that when you get a chance.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, Aaron. That was fantastic. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you guys. You guys have helped me a lot. I'm telling you right now, I'm so excited to give back and also continue hopefully volunteering and things like that, because again, I was a job seeker, and now I'm in the position to be able to hopefully recruit people, right?
So networking works with Vets to Industry, huh? So
Yeah,
rumor has it, right?
Exactly.
That's phenomenal, man. I appreciate that. What recruiter would like to go next? I think there's more than two. So who would like to go next? Don't be shy.
I'll pop on.
Go for it. Jean.
Hello. Yeah, hey, my name is Jean Brooks. I'm the workforce military recruiter at Trident Technical College in North Charleston, South Carolina. So I assist adult learners to get back into school. We do offer cybersecurity and networking if that's your jam. We also, if you live in South Carolina, for high demand jobs, we are offering no cost tuition. So that's pretty cool to South Carolina. And then also, I noticed I went on to our HR website, and they're looking for instructors in information systems, among other things. So definitely check it out. I did pop my information in the chat, if you're interested. And I'm also an Army veteran, so I also worked at South Carolina Department of Veterans Affairs, so I have 20 million resources for veterans.
Go Army. Good stuff.
Well,
awesome. Thank you, Jean. I appreciate you. Awesome. And did you drop your contact information as well? I might have missed that.
yes, sir, I did.
Okay. Awesome. Good. And anyone else would like from a recruiting side? Going once. Going twice. Okay. Miss Carmen, back over to you.
All right, so now we're getting ready to have some fun. We're getting ready to go to our breakout room. In the room, you will have either a V2I volunteer or maybe a senior room member who's been to an event before. They know how the breakout rooms go. But if you don't have either one of those in your room, don't worry. Just network. Get to know each other. Share your elevator pitch. And if you have resources or you know of open roles or something that is going to benefit someone in your room, share it. That's what that time is all about. And so we are going to send you on over. You'll have 30 minutes to get to know each other better. And make sure you take pictures. I don't take pictures. We're going to send you right back to the room to take. No, I'm just playing. We won't. But take pictures so we can share and let everybody know how much fun you're having at the Vets to Industry networking event.
There you go.
All right, Matthew.
He will do it, by the way. You better be careful.
I won't do it. We're ready, Matthew. Did y'all take pictures? Everybody's almost back.
Awesome. What a great session we had.
We forgot to take pictures again.
Not me.
I did.
I'm not gonna
not remembered yet.
take the wrath of Carmen on this one. I took so you got okay. Is it my show or is it somebody else's show?
It's your show, but
Oh, it's my show. Okay.
but before you take it, Eddie, we
Yes,
do
ma'am.
have Michael. Michael joined us, and he wasn't able to share with the previous group, so I just wanted to give him a few minutes to share.
Sure.
Well, Carmen, you just had to go put me on the spot, didn't you? You just had to do it. We had this conversation and I was like, don't do it, and you did it anyway, so here we are. But hey everyone, I've been around for a while, especially with V2I and some other organizations I do some work extensively with, American Corporate Partners, V2I, Mill Mentor, what used to be Veterati and is now post Veterati. A lot of different areas. I've got a lot of connections. I've worked pretty extensively with the military relations people over at Lockheed Martin. Brian Arrington, who is no longer part of V2I really. So he and I go way back. But nonetheless, I am not here representing a specific company, but more so I started my own company, my own staffing company a few months ago. And I'm filling roles for different clients in different places. But what it's done is it has allowed me to live my own life and write my own hours. And now at this point, I am able to help individuals like you with resume reviews, with LinkedIn profile reviews, and I've got all kinds of different resources for you as well to assist. And if I don't have a role for you, I probably know somebody that might. So I'm big into the transition, love veterans, love mill spouses, and I will do absolutely anything that I can to help you navigate that path to success, whatever your definition looks like. That's kind of where we're at. So I just gave a little spiel in Dixie's room. She asked me, put me on the spot. So I'm going to leave y'all with one thing, especially in today's society in the industry. I'm assuming a lot of people are looking for jobs. Be skeptical, be skeptical, be skeptical. Not everything on LinkedIn is what it seems. There are a ton of quote unquote veteran transition experts that have no business being an expert, and those people know who they are. So don't ever pay anybody for a resume review. Don't ever pay anybody to write one for you. You got people like me. I'm sure Carmen would help. So many people will do different things. So that's kind of my spiel. My LinkedIn is in the comments, in the chat. Y'all send me connection requests. Shoot me a message. I will respond within 24 hours. I'm not the ghosting kind of person. So if you need some help, shoot me a message. I'll do my best. If I can't, I will refer you to somebody that I know can, and we're going to get you on the right path. So thanks, Carmen. Appreciate that. That was super awesome of you.
You are Cornerstone Strategies, sir?
I am Cornerstone Strategies now.
Awesome. I found you. Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Good to see that connection made right away. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Awesome. Awesome. So this is the part of our program that someone raises their hand and very brave that wants to do their elevator pitch, right? Who wants to jump in and just dazzle us with your brilliance? Who's going to be really good at that?
Depends what you're trying to get me to dazzle you with. I can do a lot of dazzling.
Come on, Cameron, do it, Evan, man, go for it.
Oh gosh, oh man. See, I look really nice in my suit picture, and that's why I've been on the I have been out of the office for a little while, and I was not
No worries, man.
to look nice
We'll
and
hide
handsome
our
on
eyes.
camera today.
We'll hide our eyes, man. Go for it.
But oh man, I appreciate it. I'm in like gym clothes right now. But yeah, sure, honestly. Okay, whatever. I will do an elevator pitch. I look terrible right now. I got more. I know I look much better in a suit. But this is me. Hi. I'm really happy to be here, and I'll be really cool. What exactly should I give an elevator pitch about? I kind of spoke the group at myself earlier.
Yeah, so tell us about yourself, your service, what you're looking for, where you're located. Give us a good thumbnail sketch, usually about 30 seconds or so, less than a minute. Just give us the shtick of who you are, what you're looking for. Would love to get, any critique from the rest of the team here. There's a lot of people on the line, but what I want people to understand is that listen in to what Evan really is trying to do for himself. If you can make a connection for him, I want you to make sure you connect with him in the chat so we can help him, right? This is what networking is all about, but this isn't a rehearsal so he can shine and start really refining his pitch here a little bit. So go for it, Evan.
I really appreciate that, Eddie. That's Eddie, I'm trying to get better. So I appreciate the opportunity. Um, yeah, so I was in the army about 5 years. I was a paratrooper. I deployed to Iraq. I deployed to Iraq. Um, and seeing the destruction of the city of Mosul was particularly life-changing for me, I would say. Um, the people we were fighting there were bad. That's without a doubt. But since getting out, I've read more than 300 books. Um, I I don't accept no for an answer. So when people accept the way the world is, I don't think that's good enough. I'm an entrepreneur, and so I see solutions, not problems. And so I guess I spent the past 10 years trying to figure out why such a beautiful city had to be destroyed and maybe how we can create a world where that doesn't have to happen. Um, because I'm someone who loves people for people, and I look at China and I see Chinese food, and I see Shaolin monks, and I see beautiful mountains, and I look at the Middle East and I see deserts, and I see ancient civilizations. And Mosul used to hold one of the largest libraries in the world, actually. There was a gate north, south, east, and west, and it was greatest city in the world. Um, it was hundreds of years ago, but uh, I see the world differently than other people, and I'm just trying to figure out how I can best apply that to help the world because I've really enjoyed my time with the intelligence community, but I'm not exactly the type of person who fits in well there. I just I understand that America has to protect itself, and I jumped out of planes for that. Um,
Good.
but I see a future together where everyone is happy, all 8 billion of us. And I don't know how we're going to get there, but the reason I'm leaving the intelligence community is that I want to help build that world and figure out how we get there. And I have no idea how I'm going to do that or how that process works, but I've read 300 books and I've decided to devote my life to that. And there's a lot of opportunities presented here that like I'm just trying to edge my way out of somewhere I've been for 10 years and it's scary and I'm very proud of myself for simply being on this video call today.
Yeah, thank you,
So
Evan. I appreciate
thank you.
that.
Sorry, that was a lot, but I appreciate the
Oh,
opportunity.
no worries, no worries. And listen,
So,
you have the raw materials to knock it out of the park. You have you have it all.
yeah. Thank you. I
This
haven't spoken to
isn't,
the group
this
of veterans in
isn't,
a while, so that
yeah,
felt good.
but here's the thing. You got to
Yeah.
dial a lot of different things in to make it work for you. Right. And so there's a lot of work to be done in the context of how to dial that in. Right
Yeah.
audiences, who are you talking to? Can you get it down to 30 seconds to a minute? Right. Those are
Yeah.
the kinds of things that come with practice, muscle memory. Right. So you told a very powerful story.
Yeah, I honestly I blacked out there. I don't know how long I was talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you talked with a lot of
It
emotion,
was
a lot of resonance, and
yeah, I'm squeezing my
everyone on
hands
the
right
scene.
now.
Yeah.
That was a lot for me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
listen, thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for being authentic. Thank you for keeping it raw. And I
Thank
think
you.
you've got the raw materials. Keep working muscle memory. Understand that when you're talking to a prospective employer, the one little thing I'd give you is that if you're talking to a civilian, I knew what happened in Mosul,
Yeah.
but a civilian
I guess that's why
person may not
yeah,
always understand that for what it is, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
again, thank you. Appreciate that, Evan. And I'm gonna give someone else a couple of other opportunities. Is that okay?
Of course, yeah. Thank you for giving me the time to talk. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Who would like to follow that? That was a powerful story.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna drop the camera.
Go for it, Dennis. Go for it, Dennis.
Okay, got myself unmuted. Thank you guys for this opportunity. My name's Dennis, and I am an electronics technician. I work for Amazon. I'm on the robotics team. And what I'm looking for is another opportunity to share my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is dedicated around helping veterans. It's called Garage Gym for Vets. And what I do is I team up with equipment manufacturers and veterans, and I bring like a TV show. So if you've ever seen Extreme Home Makeover or Pimp My Ride, it's basically that playbook that I'm borrowing. Yeah, that's my family behind me.
Totally cool. I get it.
So that's basically what I'm here to do. I'm trying to spread the word, spread the joy of fitness through transformation, because it was the only time in my life where I was able to get myself out of a deep and dark place was through a physical transformation where I lost a lot of weight because of tragedy in my family. And I used the skills that I had been honing for about 5 years already. So I had been building garage gyms for people in Southern California. And it was just marrying and meeting those two skill sets to kind of broadcast or produce this TV show that I created on YouTube.
Outstanding, Dennis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Really, really good. Very memorable. Good stuff.
Thank you.
I
Chris,
do share,
yeah, go ahead.
Annie, can I share that
Yes, please.
if you're interested in Dennis pimping your gym, now that's not what it's called, but but if you're
Garage
interested in
Gym
that
for
garage
Vets.
gym
Yeah,
for vets,
put it in the
he
chat.
is here because he wants to spread his love to the community. So please reach out to him if you're interested in that opportunity.
Thank you, Carmen. Yeah, and put your link. Don't be shy. Put your link. Listen,
Thank you,
this is
guys.
all free love here right now, man. Make sure people, you start communicating your value, right?
Thank you.
And, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Chris, did you have your Chris Stein? Oh, he disappeared on me.
No, I'm here, Eddie.
Yeah, did you have your hand up to go for it?
Yeah, no, I was going to give it a shot. No, I just want to say, that's great that you're doing that for veterans, Dennis. That's awesome. I did hit the gym. I need you to come pimp my HOA gym. It's horrible. But Chris Steinhilber, I'm looking for a role as a program project manager. I had the opportunity to serve with the Department of Homeland Security the past 4 years in the Science and Technology Directorate, developing technologies for first responders in desperate need, everything from see-through wall technology to respirators for wildland firefighters, and the opportunity to continue to serve and give back to first responders in need is something I'm deeply passionate about, and it allowed me to continue serving out of uniform. So if I can find a role that allows me to continue to serve my community and my country, then it's a big win.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. We're on a roll, man. Who would like to go next?
I can go next if
Just
you
on
want.
time, Carmen. Okay, I've lost track of time.
I can go next if you want.
Go for it.
So I'll go pretty quick.
Ramsey.
I'm
Awesome,
QRF
man.
Up. We are a free mobile application created to help veterans and first responders and their families in crisis. At a push of a button, it will activate an SOS that goes out a 100-mile radius in three forms: a text message, an email, and a phone call. The phone call is answered by a life therapist licensed in their respective state, allowing them to get some triage and safety planning in place. If they need further assistance, a peer-to-peer support specialist will come out, hence why we're called QRF Up. A quick reactionary force is called up to come in aid. Again, everything is free for the veteran. We are HIPAA approved. We are connected to My Healthy Vet, so that if you need further assistance with therapy in long term, we can connect you with therapists in our network. We help the child, the mother, cousin, sister, whoever may be your next of kin that is most closest to you. We also provide over 230 partners of resources for aftercare. That's QRF Up in a 30-second pitch.
Yeah, there you go, Ramses. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Any questions for Ramses in particular? Great pitch always. I've heard it more than once over the time. We appreciate you. And then obviously you're going to put that in the link in the chat as well. Good stuff. Who wants to get up to bat next? You mean I should randomly pick somebody just because? Ooh, awkward silence. So let me take a couple of minutes while people are thinking. If someone wants to chime in, one of the things we were talking about in our breakout room was just how to really think about this is a very tough economy right now. It's kind of uneven in the context of how people are hiring. And I didn't get a chance to finish my thought before we came back to the main room. But one of the key insights that I want to provide for you is I do a lot of coaching, mentoring, guiding, and I talk to hundreds and hundreds of service members, senior executives. I'm constantly coaching those kinds of things, and I do this for a living. It's what I do. And so a lot of times I'm going to see different things and different things always, right? And so I cannot really back this up with data, but I did ask this in the other room. How many people are using ChatGPT or some type of form of AI? Okay, so good. The reason why I ask that is because I do not want to see our community get left behind in the context of taking advantage of a tool that should be helping you, right? But there's something else going on in the economy. While ChatGPT is an amazing tool, and if you use Grok and the others, awesome. But there's something really interesting going on that also needs to be said, because it's a tale of two cities. So here's what I'm seeing based on some of the employers I've talked to recently, and what I'm seeing just by what I'm reading, right? And it's this. So AI is an amazing tool, but at the same time, it's also automating and commoditizing. You know what I mean by that, right? It's taking skills away and making it plainer than would be in a job description. So what we're seeing here in the space is some jobs, a lot of white collar jobs, some remote jobs may disappear altogether because of the automation. And then there are going to be some other roles that are going to be commoditized because certain skills will get automated and the job itself will need to shift to something else, right? So that's happening in the space over and over again. It is my humble opinion, because of that, is that some employers are hesitating to hire right now. So you might be seeing a lot of stuff out there. It's like, wow, look at the economy. There's lots of jobs out there, but nobody seems to be hiring. Anyone else experiencing that right now? Yeah, a handful of you, right? It's happening. Yeah. So the reason why I say that is because it's an observation that I'm making in real time. I'm seeing it consistently over and over again. So while there's an advantage with chat and other AI models, it's going to continue to automate and commoditize the space in a lot of different ways. I've gone through a recent certification that I think is really important for me. I went through the SHRM certification for AI. And I'll never forget, he was 82nd. The SHRM instructor was a former veteran. And he said, Eddie, AI is not going to replace you. The person next to you who knows AI is going to replace you. Let that hang in the air for a second.
You said the guy who understands AI is going to replace you, right?
Yes. In a matter of speaking, yes, Evan. Yeah.
I just typed that too.
Good.
I would agree. I would agree with that for the most part. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that because I've been in multiple rooms of people where everyone was like, "Oh, that's scary, AI," and I was like, "Well, I spent all weekend talking to it for 24 hours and teaching myself things that I could not find any book on. What are you nervous?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it might be misinformation." I'm like, I think you fundamentally misunderstand how artificial intelligence works. Yeah. And that was my response. Anyway, yeah.
Good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, good insight. Appreciate that, Evan. Who would like to, let's do one more pitch before we wrap up. And I've got to get to announcements and things like that. And by the way, Carmen, I did not grab the announcements on my way in because I was running late, but the last 5 minutes on anything we need to be able to cover. You got the last 5? Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate that. So anyone want to pitch one more time to us and convince us that you're a rock star? Anyone brave enough to step in one more time?
I can always step in.
Look at you, David. Go for it,
I
man.
like talking.
Show us how it's done. Show us how it's done, man.
So my name is David Mohammed, and I am in the Tampa area, a former Army medic. And I am currently looking for a position in the technical project management area. And I have done this for the last 22 years, in particular the area of cybersecurity, doing premise and cloud-based firewall solutioning and implementation.
Awesome, David. Appreciate you. Thank you. And with that, we're almost right up on the hour. Let me just encourage you one time before I hand it over to Carmen. And this is the encouragement, right? So AI can be a scary thing, and it's affecting all of us, whether you realize it or not. However, I believe the economy is going to be roaring back in a lot of different ways. And I believe, not because Eddie's looking to a crystal ball, because I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at how investment is coming into this nation. I'm looking at the way our government is turning a lot of different things around. I'm looking at programs like Vets to Industry and how we're leaning in with you to give you the latest and greatest free resources to be able to grab onto it, use the tool, go out there and stick the landing, right? And there are a number of organizations that are continuing to do that. So with that said, I want to encourage you, hang tight. It's a weird economy right now, but I believe it's going to start moving in the next few months, right? I believe that those investments are going to be there. If you're in certain industries that are just dead because AI is just wiping it out, in any kind of service industry, for example, there's some absolute automation commoditization going on there. It's likely going to be taken over by that. But if you're in cyber, if you're in shipbuilding, for example, right, that's another big one that's taking off. Broadband, healthcare, other areas and industries that you need to think about. I think it's a powerful place to be. Keep grinding. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Carmen to take us home.
All right, thanks, Eddie. So before we close out, I do want to make a few announcements. So if you need assistance from our careers team, please email us at support@vets2industry.org. And we realize that every networking event, we ask you to do an elevator pitch. And everybody might not even know what an elevator pitch is or the elements that should be in there. So our career teams created a guide, and we're going to send that guide out with the recap email that has a link to this session so that you can practice and share it with the rest of your veterans so you can practice next time for our next event, which is going to be on August 12th. It'll be another Tuesday event. We actually have 2 events in August. So the next one will be August 12th from 3 to 5. And we'll send that link out. It'll be ready tomorrow, but it'll also be in that recap email for you. If you own a business and you want to list it on our site for free to share with our community, we're going to post the link in the chat for you to do that. And then also, if you're into gaming and you want to join our Discord page, we're going to post a link in there for that as well. So again, I want to stress, because our careers team is actually new, but we have a great team. They're all trained up in the latest, and they get regular updates so they can give you the right information on how to write your resume or how to update your LinkedIn, whatever is involved in the career search. And these are volunteers who they work full-time jobs or they're in their own job search, but they're putting forth that time to learn more about the job search and then pay it forward and help our community. So please email us if you need help. Like Michael was saying earlier, that's what we're here for. And we created this whole department for you to help you with that. And then again, if you Eddie was talking about AI. We are partners with a wonderful platform called AI Ready Veteran. And as part of our family, you get access to that for free for up to 12 months. And we'll post that code so you can have access to it. It'll show you again, like how to write your resume or different job search tips. Is a great tool for you to use. And I do want to shout out that VETS2INDUSTRY Industry, we love networking so much that on Saturday we're going to go and do it for a whole week. And we're joining some of our partners like QRF Up, the Key Community, who does some awesome work as well, Defenders Gateway, so many other great organizations who are also out putting in the work day to day to help the veteran community. We'll all be there networking and coming up with new ways to improve and strengthen our impact together through collaboration, because we do believe that we're stronger together. So please come to the next one. Be on the lookout for our email, and we're going to close it out, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. But thank you so much for joining us.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.